Hello, what is up, you guys? So whether you love him or hate him, there is no doubt that Novak Djokovic is one of the highest paid tennis players in the world. So the question remains, how in the world does he spend his millions? There's only one way to find out, and that is to stick around and keep on watching this video. But before we continue, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified for our next upload on the lifestyle of your favorite celebrities. Where did Djokovic make all his millions? Novak Djokovic's prize money reached the highest of all time. Can you believe he has won a total of $135 million in prize money throughout his whole career? So that basically makes him the richest tennis player of all time. And believe it or not, this tennis player has a net worth of $250 million. In 2019 alone, Novak made $9 million only by playing on the court. He made an additional $40 million in endorsements. Being such a natural talent and one of the biggest influencers of the sport, many brands have offered to work with him. And we are not talking about any kind of brand, but huge ones like Lacoste, Seiko, ASICS, and Ultimate Software Group. Djokovic recently added Peugeot as an endorsement partner as well. His biggest sponsor is Lacoste, which gives him more than $10 million a year without including the additional bonuses he gets. But Djokovic also makes quite good money from the book he published back in 2013 called Serving to Win, the 14-day gluten-free plan for physical and mental excellence, which is about nutrition, lifestyle, and the way his diet has changed his career for the better. Djokovic even makes a lot of money from his own business where he sells his nutritional food line. He is also the owner of a family company called Family Sport, which focuses more on helping people plan events. But that is not all he has invested his money in, so he can generate some passive income. Djokovic has decided to invest a couple of millions of dollars in many successful restaurants. In fact, he owns quite a few of them. He is the owner of Novak Cafe and Restaurant with locations in New Belgrade, and Kopaonik in Serbia. These businesses take quite a lot of money to open, so we could surely say that he has invested a couple of tens of millions of dollars in them. But not necessarily everything that Djokovic touches turns profitable. He has also opened restaurants and other businesses that have failed to gain a profit and were soon shut down. And these failures have led Djokovic to lose millions of dollars. But we do not think that this really affected him that much. So what does Djokovic exactly do with all his hard-earned money? Something very unique about this player is that he isn't as flashy with his money as other rich athletes. He likes to keep his life and appearance as simple as possible. However, he does have quite a liking for luxurious property. He owns one of the most expensive real estate markets in the world, which is a 2-bedroom apartment in Monte Carlo. This hillside mansion is a well-known home to several other tennis stars. Djokovic's estate in Monte Carlo is known to have 2 bedrooms, a library, and overlooks the Mediterranean Sea. Monte Carlo is one of the most expensive real estate markets in the world and is known as a tax haven in regards to low-income taxes. He also owns a villa in Marbella, which is close to where his 2 younger brothers live. This villa boasts 9 bedrooms and is decorated in a Moroccan style. In 2017, the tennis star bought a pair of condos in Soho, New York City for a reported $10 million. These apartments have a scenic view of the center of New York. The building is said to have a terrace and a swimming pool. Just 2 years later, Djokovic bought a luxurious 3-bedroom condo in Miami, which is located in the middle of a huge park. The condo has a spacious balcony and a stunning view of the Atlantic Ocean. It also has 3 bathrooms, 2 private pools, a bar, an underground spa with a heated jacuzzi, a sauna, and a fitness room. Besides luxury rooms, Djokovic likes to arrive in style, showing up to events in a helicopter and even in private jets. Although he doesn't own one, he still rents them out pretty often. He does, however, own a yacht he bought for $2.5 million, but because he rarely used it, he has recently sold it. When it comes to vehicles, Djokovic owns quite a few of them. He has been spotted driving a Tesla Model X and reportedly also likes Audis and Mercedes-Benz. But despite spending millions on the property, Djokovic permanently resides in his hometown of Belgrade, which has 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, a kitchen, a swimming pool, and of course a garage. He invests 2% of his income to maintain his health. Ever since last year's US Open event, Djokovic has been trying to improve his fitness by climbing into a rare $75,000 egg-shaped bobsled-sized pressure chamber. The machine, which is made by a California-based company called CVAC Systems, hasn't been banned by any sports governing bodies. Unlike the increasingly trendy $5,000 hyperbaric chambers many professional athletes use to saturate the blood with oxygen and stimulate healing, the CVAC is a considerably more ambitious device. Djokovic is convinced that spending up to 20 minutes in the pod 3 times a week can boost athletic performance by improving circulation, boosting oxygen-rich red blood cells, removing lactic acid, and possibly even stimulating mitochondrial biogenesis and stem cell production. Djokovic has never mentioned the pod publicly before. He acknowledged using it for the first time during a sponsored event in New York after he was asked about it. He believes it really helps, not with muscle, but more with recovery after an exhausting set. The tennis star says the treatment seems to have many of the same effects on the body as intense exercise. He claims the technology may be twice as effective at helping the body absorb oxygen oxygen as blood doping, which is a banned form of performance enhancement. The pod Djokovic is using for the Open belongs to a 38-year-old tennis pro, Gordon Euling III, who reached a career-high ranking of number 925 on the ATP Tour in 2001 and now runs a tennis school called Court Sense at the Tenafly Racket Club in Tenafly, New Jersey. He also has worked with rising American star Christina McHale, who is ranked number 66, and beat the top-ranked Caroline Wozniacki in Cincinnati earlier this month. But besides using this unusual procedure to recover his body and help him regain his strength, Djokovic also likes to go through a series of beauty regimes that help him stay as youthful as possible. Not to mention that he has a whole team of nutritionists, personal cooks, and trainers behind his back. So he basically invests tens of thousands of dollars on his health each month. But most importantly, Djokovic gives a lot to people in need. Djokovic is highly known to help others. Back in 2014, Serbia suffered devastating floods that left several people dead and thousands to flee their homes. For this, he made an emotional plea for the media to raise awareness of what's happening to his country. At the time, he had just won his third Italian Open title in Rome, to which he dedicated to his people and donated a total of $750,000 won from the event. The tennis star and his wife, Yelena, helped run the Novak Djokovic Foundation, which aims to improve early childhood education. Only 1 in 2 children have access to preschool education, so the foundation's goal is to help the children have a better chance in life by providing education at an early age. Through this foundation, at least 18 schools have been opened, which has educated 10,000 children to date. The couple also matched a $100,000 donation to the foundation for the Season of Giving campaign in 2018. With the accumulated funding, they managed to open a new school using an old building that previously served as a healthcare center. They equipped the building with new materials and made it into a modern facility that suited the children's needs. As a result, more than 150 kids from this area got a chance to start preschool education for the first time. The following year, Djokovic continued with the Season of Giving campaign, where they garnered a total of $280,000, which helped to open more preschools and implement new preschool programs for the children of Serbia. On his third campaign in 2020, he and his wife also focused on healthcare due to the global health situation, but in a statement, they said that their primary goal is to invest in children and their future. When the global health situation shook the world, Djokovic did his share to help his people during the quarantine period. His family donated €1 million through the foundation to Serbia's hospitals and other medical institutions to buy medical equipment in the battle against the situation. If you were as wealthy as this major tennis star, what would you do with all that money? We would love to hear your thoughts on this. Thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you again in our next video.